Hi, it's me again. If you're new here, my name is Jabulile Moketi, and this is my new talk show called The Locker Room Talk, where we talk all things sports. Thank you for the love and support that each and every single one of you showed in that last video, and I will continue being Mr. Consistent and try to upload as much as I can. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that post notifications so that you are notified whenever I upload a video. Well, this past weekend has been nothing short but the best sporting weekend that we've quite witnessed so far, from the Winter Olympics to Barrios and Ryan Garcia fighting, and to the upcoming super fight that just got announced in Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. Before we get into this, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so that you are notified whenever I upload a video. Let's get into it. Okay, let's get into the first topic of discussion, which is the Winter Olympics. For the first time in Olympic history, both the U.S. men's hockey team and the women's hockey team both won gold at the Winter Olympics for the first time in history, which is an historic sweep, and it has never happened, with the men winning it in overtime and the women winning it in overtime. Congratulations to both of these teams, as it was both a thriller of a game. Both teams did not back down, each of them getting the all essential goals to tie the game, and both teams ended up going into overtime. Canada did not back down, as well as the U.S. men's national team did not back down whatsoever. And for that, congratulations. And they put in a hard work shift. And the Olympics have been filled with many ups and downs, many heartfelt stories, and many controversies. The one of the heartfelt stories that I would like to put out there, since today I'm in a good mood, today I just want to spread the positivity across the screen, is Alyssa Liu, who had became one of the youngest women's national champion within her sport in the US at just 13 years old, went to the Olympics at 16, retired after that, took time for herself, and she came back stronger, much more healthier, and much more positive to win gold at the Winter Olympics. Her story is not that she's a gold medalist, but she is an inspiration for everybody, because she got so much at so young, and by the time she turned 16, she just felt mentally and physically burnt out, which led to her retiring. But she lost all joy to do the sport, to do figure skating at 16, came back on her own terms, and managed to win gold. She's an inspiration to many other people, because everybody can learn a thing or two, that whenever you feel burnt out, whenever you feel you don't have joy for the game, it's okay to take a step back and to be able to focus on yourself. And her retiring was not a sign of weakness. It was, for me, a sign of her taking or being mature at 16, to recognize the fact that she was burnt out. She was no longer enjoying the sport that she played since she was doing since she was young, and she was able to step back and to analyze that and to focus on herself and her mental health. That shows a lot of maturity, and to do that at 16 was so mature of her. Alyssa Liu went from retiring at 16 due to burnout to coming back positively and to win a gold medal. Alyssa Liu, you are not just only an inspiration, but you are also an Olympic gold medalist. The U.S. Queen of Figure Skating finally has a crown. Congratulations to Alyssa Liu. Congratulations to each and every single one of the athletes also that maybe their stories weren't heard or I spoke about. Congratulations to each and every single one of you, as you all have made sacrifices for these Olympic medals, and your stories will not go untold or unseen. So congratulations to each and one of those athletes. Now we're gonna move on to the fight segment. There I just like, I get kind of excited about because it was Ryan Garcia against Mario Barrios. And going into this fight, I looked at both fighters and I was like, who's going to actually come up with the victory? And I separated into the two categories. I separated Mario Barrios into more having like the experience of being the super fight, of being that guy who is experienced when it comes to big fights, and Ryan Garcia, who, whether you like him or hate him, he is box office. He is must-see TV. People tune their TVs in either to see him lose or to see him win. There's no ifs, buts about that. He is must-see TV, and I think his career was considered over because of the loss to Rolly Romero. He fought. He had a year-long suspension to performing enhanced drugs and a string of erotic public behavior from him. Many seem to think that his career was essentially over at the end of the day. But Ryan Garcia, coming into this fight, had just came fresh off a loss to Rolly Romero, and coming into this camp, I saw a different kind of Garcia, which was more focused, more disciplined. And for me, the reason why I speak on Ryan Garcia is because the first time I ever saw Ryan was not at a boxing ring, was through TikTok when he posted his content during the 2020 COVID year, where he would always post like how he's staying at home, preparing to be fit during the COVID 2020 lockdown. And for me, I felt like he coming into this fight, it was different. He kind of forced Mario Barrios out of his comfort zone, which was very rare to see. I'm not saying it's very rare to see that, but I did see that Mario Barrios was going to struggle because he struggled against a 45 or 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao who just came out of retirement too. And Manny Pacquiao in that fight was leading, was on the scorecards ahead until the 10th round. And somehow Mario Barrios ended up with a controversial draw. And the reason why I say it's controversial, because how can a guy who you went 10 rounds with, Manny Pacquiao went 10 rounds until 10 rounds with Mario Barrios, and he won each and every single one of those rounds, and he was ahead in the scorecards, and somehow in the 12th round, they felt the need, or when they announced the decision, they felt like it was a draw. I don't know how that happens, but somehow it did. Going into the fight, right? Ryan Garcia looked sharper, he looked in shape, his cardio was up, and in the first 30 seconds, when he knocked down Mario Barrios, I said to myself, it's going to be a long fight for Mario Barrios, because if you get knocked down that early, the tempo is no longer out of your control. You know, Mike Tyson said it best. He said, everybody's got a game plan until they get punched in the mouth. Then that's what happened to Mario. He got punched in the mouth and it all went away. The momentum shifted automatically towards Ryan Garcia, who dictated the tempo of the fight, the pace of the fight, and he like basically dog walked Mario Barrios. And it was looking like he was just using Mario as another sparring bag. He was just out there. And one of the biggest critique on Ryan Garcia was that his left hand was lethal. So he only had one hand to punch with. But then now, in this fight, his right hand was more lethal because that was the hand that he used to knock down Mario Barrios in the first round. It begs the question is, what happens? How do you protect your body? And Ryan Garcia looked more of a complete fighter than Mario Barrios did. And fair play to Mario Barrios. He went the full 12 rounds with Ryan Garcia. But by the end of the fight, everybody knew who the new WBC welterweight champion of the world was going to be. What's next for Ryan Garcia? I think he said it in the ring too. And it's going to be Shakur Stevenson. This is going to be another blockbuster fight. if the paperwork does go through and it's made official, I would like to see this fight because Ryan Garcia is gonna be the first fighter to make Shakur Stevenson look human. Because Mayweather is what Shakur Stevenson thinks he is. You're not Mayweather, buddy. Mayweather is fast. He lands punches, and he does not get hit at all. And I think for me, Shakur Stevenson has no answer for this version of Ryan Garcia. Essentially, at the end of the day, Ryan Garcia is one of those guys that when he hits you, you feel it. And him looking like a more complete fighter in such a sense that now you don't only have to worry about the left hand, you have to worry about the right hand too. And then you can protect your face all you want, but those body shots do add up towards you at the end of the round, not only on your body, but also on those scorecards too as well. For Mario Barrios, I don't know what's next for him because he needs to go back into the drawing board. He struggled against a 45-year-old Manny Pacquiao in July, who pushed him to his absolute limits. He's just going into this fight. I didn't have much confidence in him either, but I knew that due to his experience, he was going to have some sort of an answer for Ryan Garcia, but he did not. He did not. His experience, with the amount of experience he has, I would have expected him to at least have had an answer for what Ryan Garcia was dishing out to him, but he could not. And that's why, hence I say that Shakur Stevenson will not have an answer for Ryan Garcia. And continuing with the fight segment, another fight that I did not expect to be on my bingo cards. I think somebody who ever said 2026 is the new 2016 is absolutely right. This year just started off so nice, and why not continue the momentum with Manny Pacquiao, Mayweather 2. This is going to be another super fight. Back in 2015, this was the biggest fight in boxing history in terms of the numbers, blockbusters. Continuing the fight segment, and let's continue this momentum into boxing. Another fight that was recently announced and was made official was Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Money Mayweather. This is a highly anticipated fight because you got a 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao and you got a 49-year-old Floyd Mayweather. Who both of these fighters, Floyd is 50-0, Manny Pacquiao, Mr. Legacy, the guy who came up from nothing, made something. These two fighters are going back at it again. In 2015, this was the biggest fight at that time because it was two boxers who were at the prime of their game, and the world was at watch. It made blockbuster. Two fighters at that time. It made numbers. Continuing this fight segment, you got Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. This fight was recently announced and made official, happening in September. Both of these fighters, with Floyd Mayweather 50-0 and Manny Pacquiao, who is Mr. Legacy, Mr. Continuing this fight segment, you got continuing this fight okay. The next topic that I would like to talk about is continuing this fight segment, which is Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. This fight is highly anticipated in such a sense that both of these fighters are now with Manny Pacquiao 46, Floyd Mayweather 49, coming out of retirement. And many people have been asking, why would Floyd come out and risk his perfect record, 50-0? No fighter that I know of has never done that. And you got Manny Pacquiao, who came out of retirement last year to fight the WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios. and we went a full 12 rounds, went from start to finish, was leading the fight until the 10th round, and somehow it was considered a draw, in my opinion, which I found it kind of mind-boggling. But you get a guy like Manny Pacquiao, who pushed the WBC world champion, and Floyd Mayweather, who has been fighting mostly exhibition matches nowadays. He hasn't really fought a real opponent. Two great fighters. First time these two fought was in 2015, with Floyd Mayweather walking out with the victory over Manny Pacquiao, which was an entertaining fight. It was must-see TV. It was the biggest fight in 2015. It broke ticket sales. People were viewing in to watch. There were so many celebrities in the crowd, and it was such a good fight. But only one man walked away with the victory, which was Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd Mayweather had recently stated before that he does not fight someone again unless if he knows he can beat them. For me, Floyd Mayweather has got nothing to prove in this fight besides the fact that perfection doesn't grow old, and Manny Pacquiao has to prove that. He said in previous interviews that he was only fighting at 50 and 60% of his capacity because of a shoulder injury that he was facing that time when he was fighting Floyd Mayweather. So now he is out for revenge. He smells blood. He's like a shark in blood-infested water right now, and he sees prey. So for me, if you had asked me like a few years ago, who would you take, I would have said Floyd Mayweather. But after I've seen Manny Pacquiao come back and do what he did to Mario Barrios, I don't know yet. But for me, I think I'm going to stay with Mr. 50-0, give me money, Floyd Mayweather. That's the guy that I would like to take. Thank you all for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that post notification so that you are notified whenever I upload a video. Once again, my people and them, love and guidance.